What is happening, nerds? Welcome back to a brand new video. So I'm so excited, man. This movie, today is the 28th. I seen this movie on the 27th yesterday, and it is Avengers Infinity War. This movie is amazing. It is perfect and fun and exciting, and also sad and dark from beginning to end, with of course Marvel's famous comedic moments in it, which nails it just right. So I got a few things to talk about this movie. First of all, oh man, I don't even know where to begin. This whole video is gonna be filled with spoilers, so if you're looking for a spoiler-free type of video, this isn't it. But I will say this: the movie's great, the action was great. There were a few parts in the movie, just like one or two, that kind of dragged on. But other than that, everything was exciting and dark and sad, definitely sad. So, if that's all you want to know without spoilers, there you go. Now get out of here, because I'm about to jump into spoilers right now. And I am really not digging this lighting right now. Like, I have a pure white daylight light bulb, and for some reason, like, everything's orange or yellow. Where do I begin? This is what all the Marvel movies have built up to, all the way from the first Iron Man movie, also the other Avengers movie, Age of Ultron, and the first Avengers movie, Captain America, Doctor Strange, Spider-Man, Homecoming. Everything built up to this movie, this fight, this villain. This is the war of the Marvel MCU. This is it. Now, just because this is like the Infinity War doesn't mean that this is the last Marvel movie. There's gonna be a couple more Spider-Man movies, definitely. And also with Black Panther movie that just came out not that long ago, they're gonna keep making a couple more Black Panther movies, which is gonna be great. Even though I haven't even seen Black Panther yet, I do want to see it. It comes out on DVD and Blu-ray. It comes out on Blu-ray next month. Will I get it? Possibly. So this movie, okay, so I'm going to start off right at the beginning. I gotta say, this movie is definitely a sad movie from all the deaths that happen later on in the movie. Even in the beginning, my gosh, like the first 5 minutes, someone already dies, which is Loki, which is really, really sad. I mean, it was sad, but for some reason, since I'm used to Loki coming back to life, I felt like, he's going to come back or something like that. He was actually killed though in this one. Like, that was it, of course, because he knew he was gonna die, but he figured he'd just pull one last stunt and try to pull a knife on Thanos. Didn't work out. Killed him. Killed Loki. Thor witnesses it, and the Hulk. So the Hulk had about like 5 minutes of fame in this movie. There was no Hulk in this movie pretty much, which is understandable, because I mean, from what I think, it's because we've seen so much Hulk in Thor Ragnarok, which was a great movie. I loved it. It was awesome. Since we've seen a lot of Hulk there, maybe they didn't want to focus too much on Hulk in this movie. They wanted to focus more on everyone else, not just Hulk all the time. Because you guys remember the first Avengers, with that big ending battle war with the aliens and stuff like that. Hulk had the greatest entrance ever in that fight. And now in this one, they, I guess, didn't want to focus too much on Hulk. They're probably saving the best for last, I want to say, for the next Avengers movie. By the way, if you guys have seen the Avengers trailer, at the end of the Avengers trailer, you see Hulk running alongside everyone else, ready to go to fight. That scene is actually, from what I believe, is a scene from the next Avengers movie. So they're still in Wakanda. The war is still happening, but now Hulk is ready to fight, because throughout the Avengers Infinity War movie, Hulk doesn't want to come out anymore. Even though Bruce is like arguing with the Hulk, saying, "Where are you, buddy? Come on, come out now. I need your help here. Everyone needs you." Hulk just yells out big, "No!" because he doesn't want to, I guess getting his butt handed to him by Thanos. He doesn't want that to happen again, or either that or he's scared. I don't know. So yeah, we don't really see Hulk in this movie. In the beginning, he had like 5 minutes of awesomeness fighting Thanos one-on-one. They're both like the same height. They look like they're the same muscle and everything. I thought Hulk and Thanos were like head-to-head, but Thanos did have an Infinity Gauntlet with one Infinity Stone, so that, I believe, it's the Stone of Power, so that was pretty obvious who was going to win that one. At least he didn't kill Hulk. At least it wasn't Hulk that died. But it was Loki that ended up dying. And then Thor witnesses that, wants revenge, So Thor ends up going to where the dwarves crafted his hammer, and now he needs a new hammer. So Thor's story and all this, he goes with Rocket and Groot, teenage Groot, to where the dwarves crafted the hammer, makes a new one because he wants to pretty much slaughter Thanos. But yeah, I'm not gonna like explain every single scene to you guys. I'm just like telling you, I just have like the whole movie replaying in my head right now of every scene that I've seen in the movie, and I have to say it is just the best Marvel movie I've ever seen, and it's honestly my number one movie in the past 2 years. Avengers: Infinity War is number one. Second place is Ready Player One. Third place was Logan. Those are my top three movies of the past 2 years. Justice League, it's not on my list. It was a good movie, but it just wasn't, for me personally, up there with Avengers: Infinity War. Yeah, when I say this movie has everybody, I'm talking Guardians of the Galaxy, Doctor Strange, which Doctor Strange was the most badass, cool character in this movie. I think he was just so freaking cool, showing off his powers and everything like that in front of all the other Avengers, in front of Iron Man and everything. It was just really epic. And Iron Man showing off his new nano suit, that was really, really cool the way they showed that. I will say this though, after watching the trailers, I'm never going to trust Marvel's trailers anymore. I'm going to watch them to enjoy them, but I'm never going to trust them again, because everything they showed in the Avengers Infinity War trailer was totally different than the movie. Like some of the scenes you think you know, it's like if you watch the trailer, you watch the trailer before going to see the movie. You think you know from the trailer, it's like, oh, okay, I know what happens in this scene from the trailer. You have no idea. Like that was, oh my gosh, I had no idea. Everything was the other way around. It was crazy. I remember in the interview, Mark Ruffalo ended up spoiling the Avengers movie when he was saying like, wait till you see this movie, everybody dies. Now I thought that was just like a little joke or whatever. Okay, whatever. He's just trying to make it seem like, like, hey, let's believe him. Or when he says that, it looked like it was scripted. It turns out he was basically telling the truth. Almost everybody dies in this movie. Half of everybody is now dead in this movie, because at the end Thanos collects all of the Infinity Stones, snaps his fingers, half of everyone is gone. Black Panther's dead, Spider-Man's dead, Star-Lord, Drax, so many more are dead. It was sad. It was really sad. I think the saddest death, and a lot of people are going to agree with me on this, has to be Spider-Man's death. The way he walked up to Tony Stark and said that he didn't want to die, you could feel, that's how good of an actor he is. You can actually feel his emotion through the screen in the theater. It was that powerful of a scene. I really felt it. Like I was getting chills and everything from that scene. It was sad, and you could like see Tony Stark's expression on his face, because he brought this kid, introduced this kid to this team, to this life. All Spider-Man used to be was a friendly neighborhood Spider-Man saving the day from like robbers and stuff like that. This is something totally big now. So that was a really sad scene. So like I said, this movie is very dark, sad, but it has its comedic moments in it, but they did it just right. A lot of movies start off, they start off happy and then things go bad. It was that kind of type. It definitely did have its funny moments in it. Thank God it was not like The Last Jedi. The Last Jedi. Every 5 seconds of that movie, they wanted to throw in a joke. It was not necessary. From the trailers of The Last Jedi, you see, like, we're thinking it's going to be a dark, mysterious movie of, like, why is Luke saying it's the last of the Jedi and all that stuff. It was just like, gosh. It was just so comedic throughout the entire movie. Some of it was funny, but it was just, like, too funny, it was like Star Wars SNL type of thing. I didn't really enjoy it. This movie, they did everything just right. They timed the jokes right. They placed the jokes perfectly in throughout the movie. It's like they just sprinkled the jokes throughout the movie. Not too much, just the right amount. I gotta say, the one character that stole the show, man, was Doctor Strange. First of all, my favorite actor, Benedict Cumberbatch, nails that character to the T. He is the perfect Doctor Strange. What a great performance, though. My favorite scene has to be between the fight with Thanos, Iron Man, Iron Spider-Man, Doctor Strange, Drax, Star-Lord, and Mantis, when they're all trying to get Thanos' gauntlet off. Doctor Strange and Iron Man, holy crap, when Iron Man shows off his nano suit of what different things it can do, that was insane. And Doctor Strange showing off new powers that we didn't even know he had from the other movie. You could tell that his skills totally developed big time in this movie, showing off all his abilities. But of course, in the end, they fail because that's just the way the movie had to go. But they put up a seriously good fight. They almost had his gauntlet off. If they were to take that gauntlet off in that scene, that would have been it. They would have saved the day and everything. But of course, if there's another Avengers movie that has to do with Thanos, you know it wasn't going to end that way. Because unfortunately, right when Spider-Man was about to take off the gauntlet, he was like, I almost got it, guys, almost got it. Guess who ruins everything? Star-Lord. Freaking Star-Lord. Oh my gosh, this dude. He ends up going up to Thanos while Mantis has Thanos in a trance while Spider-Man's taking off the glove. And Star-Lord walks up to Thanos asking, where's Gamora? Of course, Thanos ends up killing Gamora in this movie to retrieve the Soul Stone. Star-Lord's pissed off, of course, and he has to ruin it by punching Thanos like 2 or 3 times. And Mantis loses her grip on Thanos, and Thanos ends up regaining conscience and beats the crap out of everybody. And that was pretty much it for that fight. So Star-Lord ruined everything. It's Star-Lord's fault. Like, oh my goodness, it's his fault that half of everyone is dead now. It's all his fault because they could have ended it right there. But because of him, everyone died. Now, there was one part in the movie where Doctor Strange ends up going to like some type of like trance where it looks like he has like a tic or something, like an extreme tic where his head's shaking and everything. He ends up traveling through time through 14 million different scenarios to see which one they win in the outcome. And it turns out the 14 million, they only win once. 14 million. If you're a gambler, you know you don't bet against those odds. So I believe, Doctor Strange didn't say like what they had to do for that, you know, for that one outcome to become possible. But he ends up doing something that I didn't expect him to do. He actually ends up trading the Time Stone for Tony Stark's life, because Thanos stabs Tony Stark, and he's over here dying, and Doctor Strange says, wait, I'll trade you his life for the Time Stone. So he gives him the stone, and once Thanos leaves, he says to Tony, it was the only way. That's how I know that he knows something no one else knows. In order for that one outcome to become a reality, for them to win in the end, he had to give up the stone. Thanos had to kill everyone. All of that had to happen for it to have a positive ending in the, not the end of this movie, for the next movie, the next Avengers movie. So it is sad that everyone did die, but unfortunately it had to happen because I feel like Doctor Strange knew what was going to happen, and he knew that he had to give up the stone. Thanos ends up collecting all the Infinity Stones. He ends up snapping his fingers, wipes out everybody. Before he does that though, the war in Wakanda between Thanos' army and Wakanda warriors, along with Captain America, Falcon, Winter Soldier, which is now the Lone Wolf, Black Widow, Rocket, Groot. Well, Rocket and Groot don't appear until Thor comes along. Thor stole the show in that war scene. He comes down with his new Stormbreaker hammer and he just like rains lightning on everybody. He just does a huge smash with his hammer, and all of those, so many of Thanos' army creatures just get obliterated. It was insane how Thor was just slaughtering everything. All you see is Thor's hammer swinging everywhere, saving everybody's life, slaughtering all of these things. Because I seriously thought, since like I knew that people were gonna die in this movie, I thought like they were like, it was these weird creature things that they were attacking everyone. In the end, they were all getting like surrounded and like jumped, and all these things were on top of everybody. I thought that was it. I thought like I thought Black Widow was gonna die. I thought Bruce was gonna die. Captain America. I thought one or two people were gonna die in this scene. But but Thor saves the day. All you see is his new Stormbreaker hammer killing everything, saving everybody's life. And one of the funny scenes in that war scene was Rocket's over here slaughtering with his gun, right? And Winter Soldier's right there by him, looks at him, picks him up, has Rocket in one arm, his gun on the other, is going in a circle, and Rocket's like, yeah, get some. That scene was hilarious. I had so much fun from beginning to end. This movie was fantastic. I loved everything about it. I want to like talk so much more about this movie, but I'm already like, I don't want to run storage on my phone here. But I will say this: the last scene. It was nice to see. In a way, it was interesting to see Thanos, another side of Thanos. He's not just like, like he believes wiping out half of everyone will bring a brighter future. He may have been right for his people and for Gamora's people, because in the end, what he did do when he committed genocide, but in the end, those planets now are living better lives in a way because of that. It's strange to say, but he was right. And he believes doing the same thing on Earth will do the same thing, will have a brighter future for everyone. He may be right, but it's still killing people in the masses, even though they didn't die painfully, it seemed. They were just evaporated. So I guess he was merciful in that case. But he was sad also because he did have to sacrifice his daughter, his adopted daughter Gamora, and she thought he didn't love anyone, like he doesn't care about anyone. He actually did care. They showed tears in his eyes that he cared and loved Gamora as his own daughter. And it was actually sad. I actually felt for Thanos that was a very sad scene. And to see that side of Thanos, even though he is like the bad guy in this movie, it was very interesting to see the main villain, especially a big villain like this, that side of this character. But it was a great, wonderful ending, I think. They don't show like Thanos being like all evil in the end. They show him sitting down, looking into the horizon, looking at peace. To him, it looks peaceful. And to be honest, that scene looked peaceful in the end to me. But it was sad, how everyone did get evaporated. So the second ending, the post-credit scene, we see Nick Fury, Paige, before he evaporates, Paige, Captain Marvel. I was, when they showed the pager, and they were zooming in, I was like, who is this? And it shows Captain Marvel's like symbol or something like that, and I was like, yes, finally, Captain Marvel movie's coming out in 2019. Next up is the Ant-Man and the Wasp. I cannot wait for that movie. That's gonna be a really great movie. It's also going to tie and connect to Avengers Infinity War. Like they're gonna obviously talk about people disappearing and everything like that. But I cannot wait for Captain Marvel. She's gonna be the one to put Thanos in his place. You don't know how powerful she is. She is incredibly powerful. Incredibly powerful. The Captain Marvel movie is the cherry on top of the Marvel Sunday that I am super excited for. I cannot wait for that movie. It's gonna be great. Then right after that, it's the next Avengers movie, the final, I believe it's the final Avengers movie. And yeah, it's just gonna be amazing. So, Avengers Infinity War is gonna get a 5 stars from me, 1 out of 5. It's gonna get a pure 100% 5 stars. It was an amazing movie from beginning to end. It was just 1 or 2 scenes that kind of dragged on, like the love life between Vision and Scarlet Witch. It wasn't bad, but some of them was like, okay, is anything gonna happen here? Like, why is there silence? It was just like that, but it didn't really ruin anything, honestly. I will say this: DC needs to learn from Marvel. They need to learn that this is how you make a superhero movie. Like, Justice League was okay. Wasn't the best, but it was okay. DC are experts when it comes to TV shows, like The Flash, Arrow, Supergirl. Marvel are the experts when it comes to movies, superhero movies. So they kind of basically need to learn from each other in a way. But so far, Marvel, Avengers Infinity War, favorite movie this year. Oh my gosh, it was just so amazing. I'm going to see it again, definitely, at least like 2 more times. So yeah, so just I could refresh everything in my mind, maybe talk about it more another time. Alright, you guys, that's pretty much it for this video. Thanks for watching. I gotta end this video right now because I've been talking for like a half hour. Well, before I edit this, it's gonna be like a half hour. Alright, you guys, that's pretty much it. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll catch all you guys another time. Another video. Take care.